Marshall Bruce Mathers III, known professionally as Eminem, is an American rapper born in St. Joseph, Missouri on October 17, 1972, and was raised by his mother, Debbie Nelson Mathers, who settled the family in Warren, just outside Detroit when he was 11. It was reported that Eminem's birth took 3 days. That's crazy, as his mom almost died giving birth to him. Eminem's father left the family when he was young, which he expresses his anger towards his father in his discography over the years, which we'll see through these rankings. Same with his mother, he had a hatred for her for years, until finally forgiving her, which we will also see during this journey. Eminem and his mother lived for much of his youth in a working class, primarily black Detroit neighborhood. Em had a hard time fitting in as a white kid in a predominantly black neighborhood, being beaten several times by black youths. Em had an uncle named Ronnie Polkinghorn that introduced him to hip-hop. Eminem began rapping when he was 14 in an early duo with a high school friend, then established himself in Detroit's battle rap scene at clubs such as the Hip Hop Shop. He needed an outlet to escape from his hard times fitting in and to release his frustration, and writing songs and storytelling was the perfect thing for him. He is known for popularizing hip-hop in Middle America and is often referred to as one of the greatest rappers of all time. His work has been regarded as having broken racial barriers for the acceptance of white rappers in the rap genre. In 1995, he released his first single and was taken under wing by the late Deshaun Proof Holton and became part of the collective known as D12. Eminem and his girlfriend Kim had a baby named Haley Jade in 1995, then married each other in 1999. He then divorced her in 2001 and got back together with her in January 2006, then divorced again a few months later in April 2006. He adopted Haley's cousin, which was named Elena Mari, daughter of his wife's twin sister, and Whitney Scott, daughter of ex-wife Kim from a previous marriage. Eminem's debut album released in 1996 called Infinite that didn't do so well. It was released independently under the label Web Entertainment. Production was in the hands of Eminem himself and Denon Porter, who is also a rapper. Eminem sold the copies from the trunk of his car in Detroit, and physical copies released in vinyl form and cassette tapes. A year later, Eminem came out with an extended play titled Slim Shady, and it's the only EP ever released by Eminem. This EP introduced the alter ego of Eminem we all know and love today by the name of Slim Shady. Like Infinite, it was also released by Web Entertainment. However, unlike Infinite, this EP gained the interest of the CEO of Interscope Records and West Coast hip-hop producer Dr. Dre, who signed Eminem to his Aftermath Entertainment record label and became the executive producer on his major label debut album, the Slim Shady LP, that released in 1999. The Slim Shady LP contains cartoonish depictions of violence and heavy use of profanity, which is considered to be satirical. Eminem also depicts his frustrations of living in poverty in this album. This LP debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200 and number 1 on the top R&B hip-hop album chart. It received commercial and critical success, with critics praising Eminem for his unique lyric style, dark humor lyrics, and eccentric personality. The first single, My Name Is, became Eminem's first entry on the Billboard Hot 100. The album won Best Rap Album at the 2000 Grammy Awards, while My Name Is won Best Rap Solo Performance. In 2000, the Slim Shady LP was certified quadruple platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America, or the RIAA. This album didn't come with all praise though, with some people finding it controversial, misogynistic, excessively violent and profane, anti-gay and anti-religious. However, it is still known as one of the greatest hip-hop albums of all time and is widely praised today. His next two releases, the Marshall Mathers LP in 2000 and the Eminem Show in 2002, were worldwide successes and were both nominated for the Grammy Award for Album of the Year. Eminem was also in the film industry, making his debut in the movie 8 Mile, released in 2002. He played a fictionalized version of himself, and his track Lose Yourself from its soundtrack won the Academy Award for Best Original Song. He has also developed other ventures, including Shady Records, a joint venture with manager Paul Rosenberg, which helped launch the careers of artists such as 50 Cent, D12, and Obi Trice, among others. He has also established his own channel, Shade 45, on Sirius XM Radio. In addition to his solo career, Eminem was a member of the hip-hop group D12. He is also known for collaborations with fellow Detroit-based rapper Royce da 5'9". The two are collectively known as Bad Meets Evil. Eminem also had beefs with so many people during his career, which we will see during the analyzing of songs during the rankings. I probably won't be going into depth about the beefs between, for example, Eminem and Benzino, or Eminem and Ja Rule and all that, but we'll see. In 2004, Eminem released his next album titled Encore, and in 2005 he released an album of his greatest hits like Stan and My Name Is. He also released a few more songs on the album, Fack, which was a joke song and probably the worst song I've ever heard, When I'm Gone, and Shake That. Also in 2005, Eminem went on a hiatus, largely due to his prescription drug addiction. He returned to the music industry 4 years later with the release of Relapse in 2009, and Recovery was released the following year. In the following years, he released the US #1 albums, the Marshall Mathers LP2 in 2013, Revival, which is known as his worst album ever, in 2017, Kamikaze in 2018, and Music to Be Murdered By in 2020. Then in 2022, he released his second curtain call titled Curtain Call 2, adding the greatest hits from 2005 and beyond, and adding 3 new songs titled From the D to the LBC, featuring Snoop Dogg. That song is so cringe because it's just there to promote Eminem's NFTs, and I fucking hate NFTs. It also had 2 more songs like The King and I featuring CeeLo Green and Is This Love 09 featuring 50 Cent. Alright, so that's pretty much it for his background. So now I'm going to be ranking every album Eminem has released in a series of videos. For reference, I did a similar idea of ranking every single song my favorite rapper called NF. Link will be in the description for that. In today's video, we will be looking at the track list for Eminem's debut album Infinite. Following this video, we will be ranking these albums in this order: the Slim Shady LP, the Marshall Mathers LP, The Eminem Show, Encore, Relapse Refill, Recovery, Marshall Mathers LP 2, Revival, Kamikaze, Music to Be Murdered By Side A and B. Well, for Music to Be Murdered By Side A and B, I don't know if I'm going to do a separate video for each of the sides, but I guess we'll see when we're there. That's going to be a while from now. I won't be ranking any of the curtain calls since that's just full of the same songs from the other albums, with some exceptions of course. Maybe one day I'll do a singles ranking and add those because Eminem has a lot of singles I probably won't mention during these rankings. But anyways, with that all out of the way, let's get right into this. Infinite has a total of 12 tracks, one being an interlude called Wego. Instead of ranking Wego, since it's not a song, we'll just talk about it here real quick. So this interlude is Eminem, Proof, and DJ Head on a radio station, claiming the next song that's about to play is on the album Infinite, titled It's Okay, which on this album is the track next, so it transitions perfectly.
This crack fiend, Maxine, who needs a vaccine.
Maxine depicts Eminem rapping about a girl named Maxine who's a hooker. You know she's a hooker with lines like, if you match the price, otherwise she won't look at you twice. And sometimes I wonder, what's your purpose in life? That is to get with every brother and unveil one of his kids. It's a pretty weird, goofy track in my opinion, but pretty boring just hearing about a hooker who might have an STD. This song features a rapper from Detroit named 3 and Denon, who is the producer of this track and most, if not all, of this album.
I buy you jewelry, you make a fool of me. I bring you diamond rings, you say I'm bad at timing things.
Alright, at number 10 we have Jealousy Woes II. Jealousy Woes II is a track where Eminem raps about another relationship and blah blah, we've seen it before. M's rapping isn't really bad here, but I'm not really a fan of the same topic over and over again. I guess I am kind of biased because I've seen it too much, and looking at the other albums of course. I did not start with this album. This song is pretty boring anyways. This track uses a sample by LL Cool J's Jealous. There's an unreleased Jealousy Woes 1 by M, which does explain why this is called Jealousy Woes Part 2. But overall this song is pretty mid.
I'll have you take it back to Christ when you sacrifice.
Open Mic is about rappers giving Eminem a hard time for being a new rapper that is white, portrayed well by the feature in this Time. The opening line of this track is dope, with M saying, I'll have you taken back to Christ when you're sacrificed. The chorus of my song is really not my thing though. No disrespect to Time, but the chorus he made is just not for me. However, with M's verses, they're well done. I like them. I don't have a problem with them. And yeah, that's all I really have to say.
There's a joker on the loose from the psychiatric ward. His face is up on a bulletin board with a report.
The song was a single released before Infinite was made. He couldn't sell it on cassette tapes back then, so decided to put it on this album. Apparently it is also a continuation of Soul Intent's track, Fucking Backstabber. And if you're wondering who Soul Intent is, it is a group consisting of Mannix, DJ Butterfingers, of course Eminem himself, Chaos Kid, and Proof. Same thing with the song Bitter Phobia, which we'll talk about later. But yeah, Soul Intent was basically an underground Detroit rap group in the early to mid 1990s who were very important to the development of Eminem's career. If you're wondering why I'm leaving these songs in the ranking, just because I felt they do belong in Infinite, even if they're not clearly in this album. So consider it kind of like a bonus for you guys, I guess. So the song is basically M out to get a backstabber who is speculated to be the rapper Champtown, a fellow Detroit rapper and collaborator. The song is decent. I don't find anything special, but nothing bad either.
I'm not about the dancing and dismiss, handling business. I'm canceling Christmas, the gambling wristless, financial interest is
Never Too Far has a great intro with M barely even having enough to get on the bus and his friend asking if he can borrow some. This is a nice example of showing the development to Eminem what he was before to what he is now. And another good example is the line, "I got a baby on the way, I ain't even got a car." This track is more inspirational for the listeners because the message is, you can achieve your dreams, just work hard and use your passion to your advantage. And it's even more inspirational now seeing how far Eminem has came from there to today. It's a nice simple song and has a great message. This song features the rapper IQ, where IQ has a verse and does the chorus with Eminem.
We better come cleaner than J. Rule jacking off when he showers.
The name of this track refers to the area code of Detroit, 313. You can also see the number in the 8 Mile movie. The chorus here is awesome, and I like Eminem's tone in this whole song. This track shows Eminem's in-depth wordplay with lines like, "I shout out the slang, simple as ABCs, skip over the D's, and rock the microphone with ease," saying he doesn't resort to basic rhymes or overdone subjects to rap about. Overall, this track is a fairly decent one.
I just wanna be there for you, and you to be there for me. If you agree to repeat after me, I love you.
Searchin' features IQ again, and a singer named Angela Workman. Workman does the chorus while Q does a verse, and same with Eminem. This song shows M's journey for finding true love. Fun fact, everybody, this song has no cursing, which is so rare for Eminem. I don't even know if he even have songs without cursing except this one. I like the simpleness of the song and just how greatly executed it is.
Just we keep it in this tonight till the morning light. Hope that everyone's feeling alright.
The chorus in Tonight is catchy, and I like the vocals by whoever does it in the background. M's second verse here is the best part of this whole song. This is one of the 3 singles in this album, with the other 2 being It's Okay and Never Too Far. This song is about Eminem addressing the various aspects of the rap performance, women, competitors, and rapping itself. It's overall very well done, and I like this track a lot.
I had a dream I was getting jacked by spiders. I felt like I was being attacked by spiders.
Alright, so number 3, everybody, we're at the top 3. This is Bitterphobia. Like I said, Bitterphobia was the B-side off Soul Intent's first single, Fucking Backstabber. This song goes hard, and it's such a great hype workout song. It's fast-paced, the rhyme scheme is great, and well done production overall. Eminem is just so good here, and I love it. It's a very underrated song.
Till I'm glad to be buried and leave this crazy world and have at least $500,000 for my baby girl.
It's Okay is a nice song about Eminem being optimistic about the future, even though his life is tough now. The chorus by IQ is a great addition to the song, and Eminem's verses on here don't disappoint. With lines like, "and have at least $500,000 for my baby girl," you can see how far M has come from 1996 to 2023. It's such a beautiful thing to see this progress, and I cannot fathom how fucking inspirational Eminem is, with coming from pretty much nothing and to what he is now. It's just, like I said, such a beautiful thing.
And I'm infinite. You heard of hell when I was sent from it. I went to it serving a sentence for murdering instruments.
Alright, everybody, so number 1 on this list, and the first track of the album, titled Infinite. The title is apparently an ode or ode to scientific, I don't know if I'm even saying that right, dude, but it's an ode to scientific concepts such as infinity and the concept of having no limits or boundaries in time, space, extent, or magnitude. The production is beautiful here. The chorus is the best part of the song. It's actually very, very catchy, and probably one of my favorite choruses Eminem has ever done, and probably one of my favorite songs Eminem has ever done. I gotta really put all the songs together and see where this lands out, you know? I gotta say this is probably top 25 for sure. Okay, we are finished with ranking every single song from Infinite. I would say this album is a solid 6 out of 10. Since it's Eminem's first album ever, I don't think it's fair to me to have high expectations for it, because you know, first album means it's most likely the shittiest, and that's not the case for every rapper, of course, but there's a lot for you to do and improve. So for what the first album is and for what the songs it has, I think a solid 6 out of 10 is worthy. Oh yeah, and I said Bitterphobia as Bitterphobia. I was referring it to, you know, Bitterphobia the whole time. I do apologize. It's Bitterphobia. So yeah, if you're annoyed at me saying Bitterphobia instead of Bitterphobia, I do apologize. Next video, we're going to be taking a look at Eminem's Slim Shady LP. Going to be ranking all the songs in that LP, and I can't wait for it. I'm going to start recording and editing it soon. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Make sure you drop a like. It helps me a lot. And if you haven't checked out the NF video, make sure you check them out. I'll see you guys all in the next video. I love y'all so much, and have a good rest of your night. Peace.